Alright folks, this is Dave Wood. I'm talking to you from my home out in the mountains in Costa Rica. In this video, I'm going to actually do a handful of things. Number one purpose of this video is, of course, to show you how the comp plan works here at Empower Network. And the next purpose is to show you how to make a lot of money with our comp plan. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick is I'm going to outline a quick structure of how this video is going to go. This video is probably going to last 30 to 45 minutes. Now, as a quick warning, most of you do not understand the comp plan. Even people in Empower Network who have been in for 6 months, most of them don't understand it. Most people don't understand it who are making 10 and 15 and 20,000 a month. The only people who really understand our comp plan and Empower are probably the top earners, maybe the top 5, 10, 15, 20 people. There's a lot more to it than there looks like there is on the surface, and there's a lot more money to be made. So I want you to pay close attention. Drop whatever it is you're doing right now. Focus, maybe take some notes, maybe outline some examples. Feel free to ask questions in the comments if you've got questions as I go along. And I'm super excited to give this material to you. So here's what we're going to do. Number one, I want to tell you the story of how this comp plan came to be, because it's really going to make a lot of sense where we're coming from. The next thing is I'm going to go through some definitions of things that you need to understand how we get paid. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to break down the comp plan for you and give you some examples of how each one of the commissions can work. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you a formula that you can use right now, even if you're brand new, to make $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a month in Empower. Now, before I continue on, let me just say this right up front, all right? We put disclosures everywhere on the site because we talk about money all the time. So I want to disclose to on the front of this video that just because I paint out some images on how to make $30,000 or $100,000 a month doesn't mean that you will. We have an average earnings report that on every page of our site, all the commissions made here are from actual product sales. None of what I'm showing you is going to work unless you actually go to work. That make sense? Okay, that being said, here's why I'm the most excited. Because I make money with this comp plan the same way that I'm going to tell you to make money. I really understand it because I want to make as much money from it as possible. I'm actually a rep in addition to an owner of the company. I actually built this comp plan specifically with the intention of helping you make as much money as possible. The only intention of this comp plan is to help you make as much money as possible, to help you get as much money into your bank account daily as you possibly can. Okay? So how'd the comp plan come to be? Well, I've been marketing online now as of making this video for a little over 3 years. I started in 2009. It was the summertime. I'd been living in the van before that, and I got started on my business blogging. A lot of people, they come into Empower Network, they say, David, I don't have a list. Seems like all these top guys have a list, and it's not actually true. Most of the top guys in Empower Network didn't have a list when they came here. Chris Record, he came here, he'd never built a list. He'd marketed online before, but he'd never focused on building a list. Lawrence Tam, he had a tiny list when he came into Empower Network. Tony Rush, he actually started his Empower Network business with absolutely no list. So in this video, I'm going to show you the easy way. I'm going to show you how to make money with this comp plan without having a list. I'm going to show you how to make money. I'm going to show you how to get more money without having a list. Okay? So you excited about that? So here's how the comp plan came to be. I'd been marketing online for a while. I started blogging. So we have a blog network, of course, here at Empower. It's our first product, right? I started blogging online. I started doing presentations. I started doing webinar presentation. And I started sponsoring 2 people a day in my business. Now, at first, when people hear you sponsor 2 people a day, okay, they hear that and they say, oh God, that's like this huge amount of people to sponsor. In reality, it's a lot easier than sponsoring 2 a month if you understand the numbers, you understand how it works, you understand how to pay for advertising, you understand some of the stuff we teach in a generic form in our products. This stuff is super easy, okay? But I started sponsoring 2 people a day without picking up the phone. And after like a year and a half or 2 years of doing that, I was making $40,000 a month, which is still, after 90 days I made that much, and then I made that much like a year and a half later. I was like, man, my income is stuck. And then I looked at how I was making money. And the reality is that what I was getting paid was, 20%, I don't know if you could see this very well, 30% commissions, maybe 40% commissions here and there, maybe 50% on one level on a hot deal. It just wasn't a lot of money. So the reality was the amount of money that I was getting for my work was minuscule. Okay? And I had a problem, and my problem was this. I've been like this superstar producer. Now, I know I look all crazy and things like this, but people just want to buy stuff when I talk. People just want to join things. There's a reason for that. It's because I've done thousands of presentations. I've been doing network marketing off and on since before 2009. It's just I've done thousands of hotel presentations and home meetings and things like this, and so I know how to get people to buy stuff. So I was super compelling and charismatic and these things, And I was only making $30,000-$40,000 a month, doing the work of somebody making, $250,000 a month, which is, about what we do now as affiliates here. And I was just like, man, this is just not an amount of money. What about the part-time people? So I had all these part-time people in my group. They could never make the money they were worth. And I had full-time people. They were full-time. They were superstars. They were producers. They were only making $10,000 and $20,000 a month. And I looked at that and I said, this is how the comp plan came to be. I looked at that and I said, how can I get myself doing the same thing I'm doing now, which is getting 2 people a day, rather than making $30,000 a month, making $250,000? And how could I get the guys making $10,000 making $50,000? And how can I get the guys making $2,500 making $10,000 or $15,000 without actually doing anything more? Okay? And I thought of this idea where what if I built a company where the people could actually out-earn me? What if I built a company where the people could actually out-earn me? What if I created the company where you could come in and you could just decide to join, you could just decide to get in, and when you got in and you actually outperformed me, what if you could actually make more than I could? Okay? That's how we started this company. It's how we designed the comp plan. So this comp plan comes from, number one, taking what I was already doing, which was getting 2 people a day, and I did that for 2 years straight and all sorts of things and just never created a ton of money, and creating that concept and putting into a comp plan where if you could get 2 people a day, it would create this extraordinary lifestyle in a short period of time. Okay? So that's how the comp plan was built as a background story for Empower Network. Now, definitions. I'm going to put a big def. All right? Not for deaf like you can't hear, but def for definitions. Do you smell popcorn? Anyways, definitions. Let's go over some things. There's a few things you need to understand the comp plan. Number one, you need to understand what a power line is. Okay? Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Number two, you need to understand what our e-wallet is, or you're going to get confused. Okay. Number three, you need to understand what a merchant account is. Okay. And that's basically it. Once we go through this, I can explain how the comp plan works. First, the most complex concept that I want to go over is the power line. I'm going to be talking about power lines through the rest of this video. Okay. There's only a few power line comp plans up here, and there's none of them that work the same way than Empower Network's power line compensation plan works. This comp plan was invented out of my own brain, okay? That's based on taking what I was doing that was working and getting that income to $250,000 a month when it was stuck at $30,000, get all my people making more money, okay? And making it to where you could out-earn me. That's how the comp plan was built, okay? So when I explain this, understand you might not get all that's there. Okay? You might not get all that's there right now, and that's okay. Just go out there and get 2 people a day, and all this stuff will work in your favor. Okay? So let me explain how a power line works. This is how a power line works. Okay? Number one, we've got you here. Okay? And when you get an Empower Network and you pay for one of our products, okay, whatever the product is, you are going to be connected to a particular sponsor on that product. So let's say you're paying for the blog. The blog is $25 a month. It's one of our products. Well, you are going to be paying somebody $25 a month. We pay 100% commissions. Okay, it's why we're one of the unique companies out there. We have very low margins as a company. We keep things very, very lean at corporate, and the reason is because we want to help you make as much money as possible. So you're going to be paying this $25 a month to whoever your power line sponsor is. Now, it might not be the person who referred you in. Okay, it might be somebody 10 levels above them. I'll get into how that works in a minute. Here's the important thing to understand. You're going to have what's called a power line sponsor on that blog. Okay? Now, every pass-up you have, I'm going to explain what pass-ups are in a second. Actually, that should go in the definitions, pass-ups. Okay? Every pass-up you have, I'll explain what that means in a minute. Every pass-up you create is going to go to this power line sponsor. Okay? Similarly, when you sponsor somebody that's connected to you, they're going to be paying you $25 a month. Now, every pass-up this person creates, this person is in your power line, is going to go to you. In addition, these people will be paying you $25 a month, these people paying you $25 a month, this person referred them. In addition, these people's pass-ups are going to be connected to you. In addition, these people's pass-ups are going to be connected to you, and this will go unlimited levels of referrals as far down as it goes. Okay? That make sense? sort of makes sense. That's what a power line is. What a power line is that when somebody is connected to you on a particular product, the pass-ups from that product also go to you. Those people's pass-ups on those products also go to you. Okay? Unlimited levels down. That's what a power line is. Okay? That's what a power line is. Now, let's actually just get right into pass-ups because it makes more sense to explain pass-ups right now that I've explained the power lines. What's a pass-up? Well, we pay 100% commissions somewhere in our comp plan. Okay? So you might refer a sale and the commission might come to you. You might refer another sale and it will go to your power line sponsor. The sale for that product is always going to go for your power line sponsor if it's a pass-up. Here's how our pass-up system works. Very important to understand. We pass up sales 2, 4, 6, and then every 5th. Okay? Which means, let's say you refer the blog. It's $25 a month. You keep the first one. Okay? So you make sale 1. You keep it. Sale 2. That goes up in the power line. Sale 3. You keep it. Sale 4 passes up in the power line. 2, 4, 6, and every 5th sale. Everybody in Empower Network passes up those sales. When we say we're making $250,000 a month as the owners of the company, as affiliates, it means we actually are participating in the affiliate compensation plan. We actually pass sales up to the company. We're still making $250,000 a month from this comp plan. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. Okay, that's how we're making money as affiliates. Okay, we're actually participating exactly like we tell you to do. Now, very important second part to understand on the pass-ups. Okay, very important thing. This goes in the order of the product sold, right? So a person might pass up on one product, and they might not pass up on another product. Let me explain a situation where this could work. Let's say this is your first sale of the blog. We have 4 products. I'll explain what the products are in a second as well. But they don't buy anything else. They don't buy any more products. So you don't have to buy all the products here at Empower Network. You might be a weenie. You might be a wussy, and you might not want to get all in. It's okay. If you don't want to buy everything, it's fine with me. However, the second person that comes in, remember, they passed up the blog. However, let's say this person paid for a product called the Inner Circle, which is $100 a month. This person would be your first sale of the Inner Circle. Your first sale of the Inner Circle. So even though they passed up on the 25, they would be connected to you on the 100 a month. In addition, even though they'd be passing up the whole power line of the 25, right? The whole power line of the 25 would pass up. The whole power line of the $100 a month would be connected to you, meaning this person, even though they're passing up all the $25 sales, it means as they refer people and they purchase that product, their second, their 4th, and their 6th, and every 5th sale of the $100 product will pass to you. In addition, those people's 2nd, 4th, 6th, and every 5th sale will pass to you. So it's very important to understand. Sometimes people come to Empower Network and they say, I don't want to pass up all these sales. You're not passing up a person. You're passing up a product sale. Does that make sense? On a particular product. Right now we have 5 products, okay, as of making this video. Now you might be seeing this and we might have more. So I'm going to get into the products here in a second, and I just want to show you how the power lines work. So 2 things. A power line is when somebody's connected to you on a product, they're connected to you on that product. In addition, their pass-ups are connected to you. In addition, those people's pass-ups are connected to you. In addition, those people's pass-ups are connected to you, and it goes unlimited levels down of referrals. Okay? A pass-up in our compensation plan is you pass up sales 2, 4, 6, and every 5th of each product. The products are connected differently, depending on what order they fall. So if it's your first sale of the Inner Circle, but your second sale of the blog, you'd pass up the blog because it's number 2, but you would keep the sale of the 100 a month because it's number 1. That make sense? Okay. Next thing I want to cover, though, is sometimes a poverty philosophy some people have. We only allow one position in Empower Network. Some people think there's funny business going on where they can have multiple positions like you do in some sort of affiliate companies and collect your own, collect double commissions and things like that. That's actually against our terms of service here, okay? We don't want to be poverty-minded at Empower Network. We don't want to think poor, okay? If somebody does it, we actually delete the second position and all their people get moved to the original sponsor, and it actually causes issues, okay? So don't do that, all right? Because you'll just be wasting the money to buy all the extra products and everything. Now, here's what we want you to do. We want you to be prosperity focused. What's prosperity focused? It's realizing that if you do this right, what this second, fourth, sixth, and every fifth sale does is it keeps you connected to your sponsor. Okay, it keeps you connected to your sponsor. What the heck is that sound? Oh, hey, my pool's making some funny noises. Just give me a second. I'm just going to leave this running. Just let me go shut my pool off. It's filling up and making funny sounds. Love you, baby. I think it's going to stop now. The joys of having a pool. Our pool got broken in an earthquake. Like last month, there was like a 6.6 earthquake, and it cracked the pool, so we keep having to fill it up. We're getting it fixed sometimes this week. So in any case, you pass up sales. Now here's the thing. It keeps you connected to your sponsor. Okay, so a lot of people, they say, Dave, you know, I want to be in an environment where we can really work together as a team. I want to work together as a team. I want to work together as a team. Well, your sponsor deserves those pass-ups, okay? If you try to steal from your sponsor, it's unethical. It's unethical. It's stealing, okay? They deserve, just by referring you, they deserve those pass-ups on the compensation plan. It will keep your sponsor connected to you. What does that mean? It means I've got a lot of motivation to help you succeed if I get 2, 4, 6 in every fifth sale that you pass to me. But if you try to steal those sales from me and you try to be unethical, you try to be a bitch, as I would call it, right? I don't want you in my team if you're even going to try to steal, okay? So it's very important to understand this keeps you connected to your sponsor. But here's the other part of the prosperity consciousness of it. It keeps your team connected to you. It keeps your team connected to you. So you'll get to a point, if you become a leader here, if you decide to become a leader, where you will be getting dramatically higher numbers of pass-up sales than you're actually passing up. You'll be getting dramatically higher amounts of pass-up sales than you'll be passing up if you just stick around, if you get 2 a day, and if you do the other things that we say in this video. Okay? Prosperity focus. Now, here's the next thing I want to cover real quick. We have an affiliate fee. It's required here. It's $19.95 a month, and it's non-commissionable. Somebody is not an affiliate unless they pay that fee, okay? So somebody is not going to be passing you sales in a comp plan unless they're paying the fee, because you're not an affiliate if you're not paying the fee. Now, you might be paying for a product, but if you're not paying the fee, you can't actually earn commissions. This is non-commissionable because we can't pay commissions on recruiting. It's FTC regulations and things like this. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is that some people get paid by us and some people get paid via their own merchant account. Okay? Their own merchant account. We have that option here at Empower Network. Now, we don't offer a merchant service provider. However, you can get paid through your own merchant account. Now, the people who get paid through their own merchant account, they're going to get paid whenever their merchant pays them. It could be daily. It could be every other day. It could be every 3 days. The people that get paid by us get paid once a week. Okay? Very important to understand, because sometimes people make videos and they say I'm getting commissions daily and things like this. Empower Network, when we pay, because we pay people all over the world in 170 countries, when we pay people every single week, and there's about a 2-week delay, and then the commissions come weekly. And when we pay into something called an e-wallet, and you can withdraw it in 170 different countries and all sorts of different mediums, depending on how you became involved, how you decide to get in Power Network, and where you are in the world. If you have your own merchant account, you want to use your own merchant account, you're welcome to do that. However, we don't encourage it. We encourage people to do things in the simplest way possible. So sometimes people are saying that you're not required to get a merchant account if you're paying the affiliate fee. It's all that's required to participate in our compensation plan. Make sense? Okay. Next thing to cover. We've covered the terms and the definitions. Next thing we want to define is we want to talk about what the products are, because this is important, and then I'm going to give some examples of how the comp plan can work at its full spectrum. Okay? Get some sweat off my forehead. Got to drink a little bit of Monster here. You know, I love these things. I'm not trying to advertise. I just, I think they're sexy. It makes me feel sexier just drinking Monster. So let's go over this real quick. I love you, babe. My wife's waving to me. So let's go over this here real quick. Whoa, I got some dirt on my fingernails. Looks all gnarly like a vampire. So let's go over this real quick. First of all, there's an affiliate fee of $19.95 required to participate in the comp plan. If you're not paying this fee, you can't earn commissions. It's just in our terms and conditions, okay? It's non-commissionable. It's the only non-commissionable thing we have. Funny, we actually launched without this fee, and we found the company grew so big, we couldn't sustain the growth of the company. We were paying for the company out of our own affiliate commissions, and our affiliates were out earning us because we couldn't actually make money. So this actually pays for the infrastructure. We have like, I think 35 or 45 full-time employees that fee pays for. We have an overhead in Power Network of a couple $100,000 a month. Okay, 1995. Now, that's not a product. This is an affiliate fee required to participate, to maintain the infrastructure. Now, our products. We have a $25 a month product. This is a blogging system. Now, the purpose of this video is not to describe the products. The purpose of this video is to describe the comp plan. So I'm just going to say what they are and move on. Okay? You can learn about the products on the products tab if you want to learn about the products. Here is about the comp plan. Okay? And understand our comp plan is only for selling products, not for recruiting, because you don't get paid on the fee, right? $100 a month. This is a product called the Inner Circle. Okay? So worth it. Not even going to talk about what it is. It's $100 a month. It's required to understand the comp plan. Okay? Next product, $500 one time. Okay? The rest of them are one time. Next product is $1,000 one time. Next product is $3,500 one time. Very important on this product. This is our only product that's not 100% commissionable. There's infrastructure costs on that product. And so we take an affiliate fee on that product of $500, and there's a $3,000 split that goes to the referring affiliate. So that product, instead of having a $3,500 commission, that product has a $3,000 commission. Okay, and the $1,000 product has a $1,000 commission. The rest of these, of course, it's what the product costs. So this one pays you $25 a month. This one pays you $100 a month. This one pays you $500 one time. This one pays you $1,000 one time. This one pays you $3,000 one time. Now, very important to understand also, okay, if you're getting paid through us, we subtract our merchant fees from your commission payments. And sometimes people are saying, hey, I thought it was 100% commissions. Well, it is. It's like a normal business, okay? If you have your own merchant account, you're going to find has fees, okay? They're going to deduct a percentage. They're going to deduct a per transaction amount. And they're going to, if there's any weird thing going on, that you're going to get fines and stuff like that from a merchant account. That's a merchant account. This is running a business. And Power Network's a little bit different because it's actually significantly more like owning your own business. You're actually controlling your own paycheck. You're actually writing your own paycheck here because you're getting the money directly. However, okay, we could not sustain paying you more than we're taking in. So on a product, there's fees deducted from each thing, so we pay you the commission minus whatever the fee is that's taken out from our own merchant account. We just simply pass on the fees, okay? We don't put any extra on there, we just pass on the fees, okay? If you have your own merchant account, you're going to have fees too. The advantage, of course, of processing through us, it really doesn't matter what you do. We don't really care at all. But the advantage of using us is you don't have to do anything. There's customer service regulations and weird laws and stuff that you've got to understand as a business owner if you want to use your own merchant account. That's why we don't recommend it, because it's complicated and we like to keep things simple. You just pay the fee and you can refer people and we'll pay you. Okay? That makes sense? And we'll pay every Friday, every week. The latest a payment will go out is Saturday. I think we've had one go out by Monday when we launched a new product, and we had to write a new commission system for it. Okay, but everything goes out on Fridays. Okay, that makes sense? That's our products. All of our commission are going to be based on these 5 products, and it's going to be based in the Powerline comp plan with the pass-ups of 2, 4, 6, and every 5th. Okay? So let me give you some examples of how this can work, and I'm gonna go through one more important definition here really quick. And that's how to get paid on each product. Understanding that each product pays in its own compensation plan, regardless of where it falls, you've got to understand how to get paid on a product sale. So here's how you get paid on a product sale, okay? You've got to qualify individually for commissions on each product. There's one qualifying sale on each product. Now, there's 2 ways you can make the qualifying sale. You can get a retail customer, which is not an affiliate. A retail customer is somebody who's buying the product, who wants the product for the product, who is not also trying to resell it, who's not paying the fee. If that person buys the product and then decides to upgrade to be an affiliate, they would no longer count. You'd have to requalify. Okay? So let's say, for example, you want to qualify in the $3,500 product. Well, your first sale you refer is gonna pass up. Okay? Now you could buy that, and that could be your first sale if you just buy it, if you just decide to buy it, right? Or you could get a retail customer. Well, if you get a retail customer to the $3,500 product and they go through the product and they say, you know, this is cool, I want to sell this thing, and they pay the fee, then you'd be unqualified again. Okay? So there's two ways of doing it. You could maintain an active retail customer of it, and that's okay if that's what you want to do. We have people that do. Not very many, truthfully. We have more people that just will make their first sale to themselves. And the reason they make their first sale to themselves and they just buy it, they buy the product, they decide to buy it, is because they want to make sure they're always qualified, and they want to make sure they're qualified right away. And in my opinion, is the easiest way to do it. However, you can do it by selling stuff. That makes sense to you? Okay? So you could buy it, or you could sell one to a retail customer, which is not an affiliate. All right? Now, if you are not qualified on a product, okay, those commissions will skip unlimited levels up through the comp plan to the next person who's qualified. It will fall on their power line. Okay, so let me give some examples of this. Let's say we've got you here, and let's say you're not totally smart because you don't buy all the products. Now, we tell people to get all in Power Network, and getting all in, what it means is it means buying all the stuff we got. We encourage people to do that. Here's why. Let me explain it from a philosophical thing. As an affiliate, I've sold a lot of stuff outside of Empower. Okay, since I've been on the internet, since 2009, I've sold all sorts of products, all kinds of products. Personally, I have always bought and paid for every product I've sold. I've always bought and paid for every product I've sold, because I don't think it's actually ethical to sell something and recommend something when you don't even know it's in it. Right? Does that make sense? And I also don't like asking people to put up money I'm not willing to put up. This is just a personal thing, philosophical. It's not a requirement. It's a personal thing. Okay? So I've been a part of product launches before, where a guru's called me on the phone and they said, Dave, can you help me sell my stuff? And I said, well, yeah, sure, I'll sell some of it. And they say, okay, here's the launch. And they say, here's the logins. I say, no, don't give me logins. Where can I send money? Because I come from a prosperity consciousness, okay? That I know that if I don't pay for that product, that if I don't actually put the money out, okay, that if I'm talking to somebody on the phone and I think they need it, right, and this person's broke and I'm making $250,000 a month, and this person's broke, okay, and I go to this person and I say, you need to buy it, right, and I got it for free, but I'm making $250,000 a month. Aren't I kind of being a dumbass? Truthfully, aren't I kind of being a dumbass? I mean, let's just be real. That's like if you owned like a Ford dealership, you know what I mean? And you drove a Chevy, and I go into your dealership, and I said, and you said, what car do you want? And I said, well, I want what you got. What do you got? And you said, shit, I drive a Chevy. Well, you just don't do that if you run a business, right? So what I want to do is I want to make sure that you get value, because all of our stuff has value. It's not thin air, right? When you go through our stuff, it'll change your life. It'll change your marketing. Outside of Empower, our stuff's all generic. It'll change whatever business you're promoting primarily. They will blow you away, the value that's in there. Buy them. Get all in. Buy everything. I command you to buy everything. I'm serious. No. Pull out your credit card and buy. So anyways, I'm going to encourage, let's say you don't buy all the products, because you know, maybe part of your brain's missing, or maybe you're just like, well, you know, I'm going to dip my toe in the water and just try it out. Maybe some people are like, yeah, I'm going to dip my toe in the water and I'm going to kind of poke around my toes in the water and try it out. So let's say you're like one of those people. Just for a sec, I'm making fun, but you know, let's say you're just one of these weenies here, just for a sec, just to play. But if you're in the room, just say, hey, I'm not the weenie. Just put an empty chair there and say, let's say this person's the weenie sitting right next to you, not you, right? So let's say you buy the 25, and that's it, okay? And let's say you don't have any retail customers of any of the other products either. So you're unqualified, okay? You're unqualified, all right? You're not qualified for the commissions on the other products. You could have a retail customer, you could buy it, right? Which is essentially making yourself the retail customer. You can't really buy multiple copies of each of the products. We don't front-end load anything here, right? But you could buy it or you could get a retail customer, one of the two, okay? So basically you're unqualified on anything but the 25 at the moment. Now you could qualify in the future, but at the moment you're unqualified. So that means that you have got a power line sponsor on the 25. You don't have a power line sponsor on anything else, because you're unqualified on those commission plans. So here's what happens. Let's say you start referring people and you refer Bob and Bob buys the 25. Well, then you refer Susan, right? And Susan passes up, right, on the 25. But Susan could still be connected to you on the other product. So let's say Susan, she also buys the 100, right? She buys the $100 product. She does the smart thing. She buys the $100 product. She does the sexy thing. With sexy like Monster. She does the sexy thing. She buys the $100 product. And Power Network commissions are sexy. I actually look at the commission sometime. I hallucinate. You know that? I just think it's so sexy. I actually was looking at the commission plan the other day. I got a boner. Just a little. Okay, we like to have fun here. So anyways, you'd pass up. But this sale, if you were qualified, would have gone to you. Would have gone to you. Okay? But because you're not qualified, this sale and also all of the power lines coming from that sale, unlimited levels down, also pass up because you're not qualified. Because you're not qualified. Now, this could have been a retail sale. If she is not an affiliate, okay, if she's just buying the products, it could have been a retail sale. In which case you'd be qualified unless she upgraded. In which case you'd be unqualified again. All right? Because you're not qualified, all those power lines will skip over you if you're not qualified. If you are qualified and then you're not, the power lines will reassign. Okay? Very important to understand. Now, right? This sale will now skip to your sponsor, and depending on what sale it falls from, they'll either get it or it'll pass up in the comp plan. This sale could actually pass 50 levels up in the comp plan. It should have came to you. Now, let's say Susan is a hoss, and she says, I'm going to do the sexy thing and buy all the products, because Susan is sexy too. Right? Last thing you want is a sexy babe in your downline buying all the products without you owning it, especially if you're a man. Right? But you don't want that if you're a woman either. Now, let's say she buys the 500, and she buys the 1,000, and she buys the 3,500. Well, in this case, you are and let's say she's an affiliate. Because she's an affiliate, that can't be a qualifying sale for you. Because she's an affiliate, it can't be a qualifying sale. So guess what? This means, in this instance, $600, $1,600, $4,600 in commissions are lost to you, and they're passed up. Now, here's the next important thing. This starts where it gets really sexy. Not only that, but all the power lines for these products are now connected to the sponsor up there, too. Meaning that the second sale of the 100, the fourth, the sixth, and every fifth go upline, they skip over you. The second, the fourth, the sixth, and every fifth sale of the 500, they pass up to the sponsor, not to you. The second, the fourth, the sixth, and every fifth sale of the 1,000, they pass to the sponsor, not to you. The second, the fourth, the sixth, and every fifth after that of the 3,000, they pass to the sponsor, not to you, right? They pass to the sponsor, not to you. They pass to the sponsor, not to you. Now let's say you say, screw that, I'm getting all in. And let's say you go out there and you just decide to make a retail sale or buy the products, one of the two. Which, honestly, I would just buy it to make sure you're qualified. Now, I would do that from an ethical perspective. And the reason is because I want to be ethical. Now, truthfully, we're going to be selling the shit for you right through our videos. I'm just being real. I mean, we got sales videos. We're selling all the time. People in Power Network are generally not very good salespeople, right? So we do the selling, right, on the products. You're essentially getting the traffic. But doesn't it make good sense to know what's in there? When somebody's responding back to what, because you capture your own leads here, doesn't it make good sense? Somebody responds back and you just say, they say, what's in this thing? You say, you got to listen to this audio in the inner circle. It changed my life. You got to listen to this audio in the inner circle where Dwayne Pyle talks about closing, how he closes 85% of his prospects. You got to listen to this audio in the inner circle called Speak Life in the World, is how your words affect your unconscious belief systems and direct the course of your life. You got to listen. You got to listen. You got to see video 5 in the $500 product in the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive, because Dave Sharp talks about in there about the 2 principles of being successful online that changed my life. I can't tell you what they are, but I'll tell you, not only is it a badass video, not only to blow my mind, but it's funny as hell. You just see it for yourself, right? You got to see where Dave Wood talks about duplication patterns in the master's course and how it applies to any business. That thing could sell to company owners for $100,000 and it'd be worth $250,000. You got to see it. You just got to see it, right? See, you'll know that if you've been through the products. You won't if you don't. So you're going to sell less, right? Plus, you're going to have to qualify through retail sales. So I'd get the retail sales. It's fine. But just buy them. That make sense to you? So pull out your credit card right now. Log into the back office and buy everything that you don't have. I command you. I just think it's funny to say that, don't you? All right, so Rob Ford snorts when he laughs. He's laughing like that. Okay, so you do the smart thing. You buy all the products, okay? Because you want to be all in. You want to be all in here. You want to be sexy. You want to look sexy and go fast. You know, I was listening to this story about being sexy. And Randy Gage told this story. I just thought it was funny, so I want to give credit where credit's due. And I might be messing your story, Randy, if you ever see this video. Randy Gage tells a story where he goes to a car dealership to buy a car. Now, he's rich. He goes to a car dealer to buy a car, and he's rich. And he sees a car, and he wants it. It's like a yellow Mustang, I think, is what it was. He likes Mustangs for whatever weird reason. I like just, you know, I drive beaters because I live up in the mountains, right? He has this Mustang. Randy Gage has a Mustang. He looks at this Mustang. He's thinking, I want it. And a car salesman walks up to him, and he just says, "Hi, how's it going?" And then he starts saying, "Do you like the car?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like the car." And he's like, "Let me tell you about how much paint it has. Let me tell you about the layers of the paint. Let me tell you about the kinds of wheels that it has. Let me tell you about the V8 engine that it has. Let me tell you about the kind of combustion engine that it has and how many." And he just starts yammering. And Randy almost talks him out of the sale. And then Randy says, "Stop." The guy goes like this, and he says, "Look, I want to know two things and two things only. And if you give me the right answers, I'll write you a check." The guy goes, "Okay." And he says, "If I buy this car, will I look sexy and go fast?" And the guy says, "Yeah." And he says, "Okay. Can you get me out of here in a half an hour?" Right? Stop yammering, just give me the car. Right? Do you want to look sexy and go fast? Do you want to look sexy? You want to look sexy and go fast? Just buy all the products. It's just how it works. Okay, so second, fourth, sixth, and every fifth sale. So let's give some examples. Let's say you're sexy, and you want to go fast, and you and you buy all the products. Okay, so you keep referring people in, and what I'm going to encourage you to do is get 2 sales a day. Let me give some examples of how it could happen. Let's say this person is your third sale. That would go to you, okay, on the blog. But let's say they're the second sale of the inner circle. That would pass up. Let's say that person also buys everything. So they buy the 500. But let's say it's your first sale of the 500. You get that one. So this goes to you. Let's say they buy the 1,000. It's the first sale of the 1,000. That sale goes to you. Let's say they buy the $3,500 product as well, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, God, is this my first sale?" It's your first sale.